What's up, everybody? Welcome to DC Daily. We are hitting peak Comic-Con on day 3 here in San Diego. Comic-Con! And we have the star power to prove it. Everyone say hello to comic book royalty, Mr. Jim Lee.
Hector, oh my God, you're here. Oh my, Amy,
Thank you so much
so
for
far
coming
away.
today.
Oh my God, this booth is amazing. It's like blowing my mind. It's so awesome. Very thankful that Warner Brothers TV, they were able to really make this happen and include us as part of it. This is my 33rd consecutive Comic-Con. Yeah, I am really old. It is, it's been an amazing, trippy journey.
What was the first year you came to San Diego Comic-Con?
It was 1987.
That was the year I was born.
Oh my God, I hate you.
He was waiting. He's like, he didn't even give you a beat. He's like, I know what year it is, and I've done the math.
But that's incredible.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what have been some highlights of the show so far?
Oh my God, too many to say, but definitely the Batman experience. We're celebrating Batman's 80th birthday over at Balboa Park. There's this huge activation there. There's a VR experience that's amazing. They've got like every Batman video game from over the ages, 2 Batmobiles, Bat costumes and props. It's amazing.
You were on a boat.
Yes, yeah, that was another great activation, right? The DC universe, right? It's the annual subscribers got to go on a boat. I got to go on the boat with them, and we basically hung out, had breakfast, and I signed prints and comics and took selfies and photos, and it was amazing. Yeah. We swabbed the decks. I don't know what swabbing means, but
I love that. I love it. Well, and I mean, you come to Comic-Con, the energy is so high here.
Yeah.
There are always animated films that premiere at Comic-Con.
Sure. Yeah.
Batman Hush being one of them, just
That's
premiered last night.
That's right.
So exciting. What is it like for you seeing this story come to life and knowing that audiences are going to get to see it in a whole new way?
It's trippy. I don't know if kids understand that word today, but it's definitely trippy in that, I drew that like, 16 years ago or so, 17 years ago. And so I have very, fond memories of creating it. The creators of the movie have adapted that material. So it's weird, you see stuff go, oh yeah, I remember drawing that sequence, and then you see stuff like, oh, I don't remember that. And so I think that was the cool challenge they had is, how can we be true and faithful to the original series, yet do something kind of new and exciting so that people have read the comic book series will still be intrigued and surprised by the twists and turns they introduced in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
well, same for you too. While you're watching it,
exactly,
you're like, oh, this is a story I know very well, but also, what?
Yeah, Bane wasn't it? So there's a lot of twists and turns that will definitely surprise even the fans that have read the original series.
Well, speaking of that original series, Jim, what do you love about Hush as a villain?
Oh, I like the fact that he's kind of found an audience, look, when, one of the things that Paul Levitz, who was a publisher at the time, told me is like, hey, if you're going to work on Batman, we need something back from you. We need you to, if you're going to play with all the toys in the chest, he literally said, you need to create one and put one back in.
New toy,
yeah. Exactly. I'm like, okay, man.
It's a trade-off. It's a good trade-off.
Right, no pressure, but you realize like there are so many great rogues, right? I mean, he's got the greatest rogues gallery in all
comics, period.
I think if there was any pressure, it was about that. Like, can I create something that is worthy of, 80 years of Batman villains, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Loeb came up with a name for Hush, and I kind of visually was thinking of the Phantom of the Opera because that kind of hasn't been done yet with like half a mask on the character.
Yeah.
But then he was a surgeon, so I started thinking about bandages, and then I liberally kind of borrowed from the Unknown Soldier, which was always a cool character that I loved. Yeah, so I had some of that, and then I had to put the trench coat in. I borrowed that from a Cajun superhero from back in the day, pulled that out of the wardrobe, put the two together.
Everybody in Hush was wearing that dang trench coat. It's like, ooh, what's happening here?
Exactly.
You look rock in a trench coat? I love it.
It just looked cool at the time.
Yeah, those jean shorts,
How
the
did you
jorts.
find one big enough? Like extra.
Big and tall stores.
Yeah.
There's a story about that tailor.
I know.
Custom made, right.
Jim, we know you're insanely busy, so thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with us.
Thank you very much.
DC Daily.
That was awesome.
We'll let you get back to the con, but in the meantime, let's check in with the cast and crew of Batman Hush for a look inside DC's latest animated adventure.
Everybody has read the comic, so like, how do you keep it fresh? How do you keep it, surprising for fans? But it all starts with the script. One of the things that James Tucker and I were trying to do was show the humanity of Bruce Wayne a little bit more. The lines get blurry. Who is Batman and who is Bruce Wayne, and where is that line? And so for us, we felt like the more you could see Batman's humanity, the stronger the story would be.
I think a lot of the time Bruce Wayne is using cases and challenges and his tech and his training and his work to distract himself from how he feels. This is like the ultimate Batman story where He's got all kinds of challenges and he has to dig really deep to overcome them. If fans are familiar with the comic book, there will be some story beats that they're familiar with, and obviously some characters, some of these classic Batman villains in the story.
Joker always wants to keep Batman guessing. So when the Joker keeps Batman off track, off kilter, Batman can't be stronger than the Joker if the Joker has one up on him. And even though the Joker's a little surprised at a certain time in this story and he's like, wait, I'm not sure what's going on, pretty quickly he's right back into manipulating Batman, right back into being that piece that Batman can't quite figure out. And so I would say his relationship to Hush is that he's just one more thread that's being pulled.
There's a more of an emotional and psychological element, especially with Batman in this storyline. And I think, given their relationship, as tense as it can sometimes be, there's a love there and a significant amount of loyalty and support in regards to this storyline. I don't know how Batman would have weathered the storm without Nightwing's support.
He plays a small part, but he's one of the integral pieces of putting this plan together. This amazing plan that puts Batman on the ropes, in a way that we've never seen him before. It's sort of like he's always been unhinged because Batman's like, a true sociopath, but to have him be emotionally distraught and pulled, towards his affection for Catwoman, and then watching like all of his rogues gallery band together to destroy him, in this very unique way, it's exciting.
You have a rogue gallery of villains, and you don't know exactly who the perpetrator is, and so following that thread and having each new villain show up and be like, oh, it's them, oh, it's her, is a treat, because that's, what Detective Comics, where the roots are, is a true detective story, so that's amazing. The fact that there's a lot of love story woven in is super special, because you don't see that a lot. I mean, how many opportunities do you get to see that side of Batman? I think 0. So while that's not my part of the movie per se, watching it and reading the script, that is so intriguing to me, because I think we all wonder, is he able to fall in love? Is it able to happen? And we know the universe probably won't let it last, but it's nice to see them play with those notes. So yeah, that was really special to me.
Honestly, whether you've heard of Hush, the graphic novel, or the 12 issues that were released, or not, this is still a gangbusters Batman movie. It's probably the biggest, baddest animated Batman movie in a long time.
Batman Hush looks absolutely epic, and you can get the full movie today via digital download, or if you're a DC Universe member, you can stream it starting August 13th. All right, guys, we've still got a lot of DC news to cover, but I can't focus because there's this ticking clock sound inside my head. I think it's messing with my brain, because Jim Lee, why are you Sam Humphries now?
Hey everybody, I'mIm Lee.
No,
I'm Jim Lee.
You are,
way.
You are
Psych, I'm Sam Humphries. Good to be back with
He's
y'all.
been practicing this just so he could say psych on DC Daily at least once.
I love a psych this time of year.
Made you look.
So I don't know that I can explain the magic that made Jim Lee turn into Sam,
Nobody
into Jim,
can.
into Sam. I don't know. But I think I can explain the ticking clock in your head.
Oh,
What is it?
Because there's a Watchmen trailer.
Yeah.
Did you guys all watch it?
Oh my god.
Oh my God. I'm pumped because I feel like it puts everyone on the same playing field, everyone's level, because it's a whole new story. We
Nobody
don't know
knows
where
what's
it's
gonna
going.
happen.
Yes.
Nobody knows what's
Yeah.
gonna happen. Yep.
And because we're here at Comic-Con, whenever something new drops, there's always cool installations. So there is actually a Watchmen installation that I got to go be a part of.
Really?
I got to become Dr. Manhattan, you guys.
You did?
I did,
What?
because I went in the intrinsic field subtractor.
Wow.
You need that intrinsic field.
I practiced
You
that
gotta
a
go
lot
get
of
it.
times.
It's very dangerous.
You also get cool things when you go to activation. So I got a enamel pin that is Watchmen, and there's only 3 designs, and I got one of them, and I'm not sharing it with any of you.
What?
No, don't do it.
No,
Tiffany,
please.
Okay,
close.
that's not the only TV activation going on this weekend. Sam, you got to go to a Pennyworth speakeasy?
Or you blimey lot, my name's Alfred Pennyworth, and I went to my own speakeasy here at San Diego Comic-Con.
I
was
couldn't
uncanny.
even look at you.
Look,
Wow.
but as terrible as my accent was, the speakeasy was amazing. The attention to detail was so good in this place. They were serving cocktails. There's a drag queen who was dressed in 60s London
Oh,
finery.
that's cool.
She was lip syncing like David Bowie and T-Rex. She was
I
so
need to
good.
go to
The
this
atmosphere
place.
was so strong.
That's so
I had
cool.
so much fun. And also, they put me in a chair and threatened to rip out my teeth if I told them the location of the Scarlet Rope.
I think
and I refused.
I think they probably were gonna rip out your teeth because you were doing that accent.
Because I was
for
so
so long.
focused.
They're
You're
like,
probably
please
right.
stop. If we
I
take his
should've
teeth out, he
stopped.
can't do
I
it
know.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm very glad you survived.
The Pennyworth Speakeasy, this
Yeah.
is the last day. It's open till 7 p.m. So when we're done here, you gotta
go?
hightail
Run it over
We
there.
gotta get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Okay,
cool.
now DC Universe members are still collecting some sweet, sweet perks at the con. It's getting pretty easy to pick subscribers out in the crowd because they are glowing from all the VIP treatment.
Oh,
They got
that's
the
actually
swag
true.
glow.
DC Universe members got to go to a freaking yacht party
Yeah.
with
A
Jim
yacht
Lee
party?
hanging
Yeah.
out. It was so cool. And you know what else? They gave us a
What?
con survival kit.
Oh.
Let's go through this right now.
Look,
This
wait,
thing is
first of all,
awesome.
it's in a
Yeah.
tote bag.
Look at
You
this
can take
tote bag.
this tote bag to the comic
Witches.
book store.
Get some
You can
comics.
grocery shop
You
with
can take
it.
this
It's
to
a
Whole
reusable
Foods.
bag.
It's super
Good
nice.
for the
Good for
earth.
the environment.
Here's what came in this con survival kit. This is no joke. This is the real deal because you all know because you all are con experts. Okay.
Yeah,
First of all,
there you go.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, I love
wait,
it.
wait a minute, I'm a little hot.
That's nice.
Whoa!
Give me some of that
That's
Beyonce
pretty
wind
so
in the
strong.
hair.
That's so strong.
Oh, I'm in San Diego. It's bright. Not anymore. It's not.
Oh, Hector, you
So that's
look
awesome.
You gotta
really
hide from all
rough.
those fans.
Oh, because
fans,
it was a
get it?
yacht brunch. We got a little mimosa
Mimosa
holder.
canister.
A takeaway mimosa.
Pretty good.
Can we bring some mimosa for
Ah,
us?
there's a little bit left in there. I didn't
Like,
clean it. I
there's
didn't clean
nothing
it.
in it.
Also, Band-Aids.
Wow.
Band-Aids.
Bandages.
Band-Aids.
Bandages.
Band-Aids all day,
Sterile
baby.
bandages.
I have
Because you're
never-
hardcore.
I've never seen anyone present Band-Aids as
Band-Aids.
well as you just did.
Band-Aids.
Hector.
Hardcore. You know what else is in here? I'm not even
What?
halfway done. Check this out. Your suntan lotion.
Exactly.
You gotta have
You
your
gotta
sunblock
watch yourself.
on your
Sunblock.
face, on your nose, especially if you're hanging out on a yacht with Jim Lee.
Hey, Jim Lee, mhm,
But maybe the best part of
This
this
bag
whole
is like
element.
never
overboard.
ending.
It is,
Is this
um,
Hermione's
I
bag?
It is Hermione, because that's another Warner Brothers Properties.
Yeah, so
It is.
absolutely. I'm also-
Portable phone charger. This is the best thing in this bag. This is my number one
Yeah.
for real advice for anybody trying to survive a con. You got to have a portable.
Yes,
go
you
for it,
gotta
man.
back
back
up.
up. You
Go
gotta
for it.
back up.
Take it, Sam.
Thank
you
you
can
very
go
much.
ahead and charge.
Backup battery.
And
This
then-
is
Oh,
amazing.
Necessary.
You are moving
Is
through.
that a cape?
The resistance.
Is that a blanket?
Here we
Upside
go.
down.
Oh.
Help me out. Here we go. Here we
This way,
go.
this way.
Oh.
Yes.
Caped Crusader.
It's soft.
It's very soft. It's
Yeah.
100%.
You can use it as a blanket.
It is 100% cashmere. This is the
It's not.
finest. This is a home shopping network now. This is the finest material you can get to make into
We
a
only
towel.
got 2,000 of these and they're going fast. So
That's
call
it. That's
now.
it.
The number, on your screen.
right
Call
now.
800
These are going
Batman.
Your
fast.
cell phone number, so
That's
call.
not-
You know,
Bad
Sam, the
letters.
number one call that I get is they say, I love to read my comic books at the beach, but I don't have a towel to sit on as I'm reading my comic. Guess
Stop
what?
the madness.
Cape Crusader
That one
right there.
here.
Right here. It's coming
Right
in the
here.
tote
You can
bag.
get that.
Con survival kit. Only way you can
I
get
love
it.
it.
DC Universe membership.
Now I finally feel like I'm gonna survive this convention.
Yeah.
True.
We're
The
ready.
only thing I would have had, that's my always suggested to everyone, baby food squeeze
You
pack.
do say that.
Baby food squeeze pack.
Applesauce.
I know.
What?
The best
Crisscross
food to bring to
applesauce.
Comic-Con.
Exactly.
It's
You
contained
hold it in
things,
your
super healthy,
hand.
organic,
Exactly.
good for you. I'd
Yeah.
put some in that tote and I'd be good to go.
There
You
you
can
go.
put it in the mimosa cup.
That is true.
She
but
just
then you
leveled
can't
it up.
Yeah, you
squeeze
can put a
it.
little
That's
straw
true.
in there. No,
But then no one
That's
would know
true.
that I'm eating baby
That's
food,
true.
so I might
True.
feel a little
Yeah.
cooler.
True.
Like, hey guys, mimosas.
All right,
No.
but Amy, you're saying I couldn't make the brunch, but I still want a Comic-Con survival kit.
What do you
Fact,
do?
all of us want
Yes,
it.
yeah.
Well, you can check out DCUniverse.com for a chance to win one of your very own. As well as a couple bonus Wonder Woman statues.
Wonder Woman statues?
No big
There's
deal.
more?
There's
There
more?
is.
Stop the madness.
Do not stop the madness. Although that is it for this episode. But if you're a
No.
DC Universe subscriber, remember to pick up your exclusive Titans poster.
Oh,
Do it.
yeah. Look
So
at that.
cool.
Beautiful.
And before we go, if everyone could just please put on your DC superhero girls.
Oh, yeah.
Wonder
Oh,
Woman
yeah.
Time to power up.
Uh-huh. Hey, we have a real princess in the house.
We will be back on Monday with a Comic-Con wrap-up, so enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye!
Goodbye. Ching, ching.
Wonder
Lasso
Woman!
true.
That's great.